Hi, the Biggin coming at you. Tonight I'm going to be talking about another tank. This tank came from PyroTanks. PyroTanks is a brand new company. Haven't even launched yet. They're that brand new. This is one of their prototypes. All of all of their tanks are made from borosilicate glass. If you're not familiar with what borosilicate glass is, it's better known as a brand name company called Pyreks. It's not made by Pyreks, but it's the same type of glass. Very heat resistant, very durable, solid. As you can see, this has got a pretty large juice capacity. I think I've measured it out around 4 to 5 milliliters. PyroTanks are all handmade. No paint, all colored glass, so they didn't make these tanks and then paint them up. None of that. Any colors that you see in any of PyroTanks tanks, they are made with those colored glass. So they're made up in the mountains of North Carolina, up around Asheville, by an insanely talented glass blower. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. I've seen pictures of some of his work. He is phenomenal. I mean, jaw-dropping phenomenal. Handmade tanks. This is one of the prototypes. A friend of mine started this up. He got in 5 tanks. I was very fortunate to get one of the prototypes, so I'm doing this for him as a favor, and it's definitely my pleasure to do this because I'm really excited about this. PyroTanks use DCT cardos, so essentially it is a tube tank. With the tube tank, on each end there is a black grommet. When they launch and you get one, these black grommets, they're not going to have any juice on them, so they're going to be really tight and really hard to work with in the beginning. Don't get frustrated, don't give up. It's well worth it. So I've got a pre-primed cartomizer out of one of my other tanks. I'm going to use this carto just to save time, and I'm going to put the same juice that this carto is primed with in this tank. You'll take one rubber grommet, have this piece right here facing upward. Take your carto, flanges on the bottom. Hopefully you can see that flange there. Put it up through the bottom. Like I said, it takes a little bit of work to get in there. It's a little tight, but it's okay. And then that's what you'll have. And with this particular tank, it does not matter which side is which. Either one, you can put it up either way. You just stick it in there, work that grommet into that hole. Make sure it's sealed, which it should seal up. Make sure it's in there good. And then you'll take your juice. I'm using a blunt tip needle on a syringe just to make it easy. I use these a lot to fill up my tanks and stuff like that. It just makes it a lot easier. Just stick it down in the side. Fill it up. I'm just going slow and easy, as you can tell. I don't want to overfill it, but I want to leave enough room for that carto, for the next grommet to go over the carto. Now, here's where it can get a little tricky, so just be patient. Put your thumb over the bottom of your carto. That's how I hold mine. That works for me. Everybody has their own little way. Whoop. take your next grommet. You'll want the longer side to face down to go over the top of the cardo. Remember, keep your thumb on the bottom so you don't push that cardo and that grommet out of the bottom of the tank. You're gonna have juice everywhere. You're gonna be frustrated. You gotta clean it up. No one likes to waste juice either. I don't. And there you have it. A primed up cardo with a pyro tank full of juice. Got a little bit of juice on my hand, so I'm just wiping that off so I don't drop the tank. It is glass. It will break, so keep that in mind. Take my drip tip. This is one I picked up. This particular drip tip I picked up just because, in my opinion, I think it looks really good on this tank. Get my device, which is the volcano lava tube. That's what I prefer using. Everybody's got their own device. I do like a mechanical as well. And then just screw it on. Just like any other tank. Just a slight snug, finger tight, however you want to put it. And then, voila. Stylish way to bake. You've got an awesome looking, handmade, hand blown, solid colored glass pyro tank. I got a little bit of a juice hit there. One of the plus sides, minus side, depending on how you look at it. I look at it as a plus side. When you put this top grommet onto the tank, it actually creates some down pressure inside the tank where the juice is and forces some of the juice into that wick hole on your cardo. This which will kind of assist you with priming. So when you refill and do stuff like that, you might get a little gurgle. It's okay. I'm just listening for a little bit of a dry burn, just to kind of help cook some of that off. A couple of puffs and it should clear right on out. Still a little gurgle, so I found a little trick for me. I turned my tank completely upside down. Fire it and give a couple of puffs. That was a little flooded, but that's okay. I'll work that out later. But still, it's a really sweet looking tank. Borosilicate glass. This particular one also has some dichroic glass. That's the glitter that you see in it. You can really see the glitter in the black part of the glass. It's which the black glass, the orange glass, yellow, and clear. That's the glass that's used. It's all solid colored glass. There's no paint. There's nothing that's going to chip other than the glass itself. I mean, the glass will chip, but there's no paint to chip. There's no paint to fade. There's no paint to rub off because of the type of juice you're using. This being a glass tank, your cinnamon juices, your real citric acid-based juices. Like I do a lot of reviews for Fusion Vapor. Matter of fact, the juice I put in here is the gummy blood. It's a real acidic. I took that out of my Artemis tank. It's which is super cloudy now, but it's okay. I knew it was going to do it, and I was okay with that. But PyroTanks, were made in Asheville, North Carolina, which is up in the mountains of North Carolina, by a very talented glass blower. Super talented guy. I've seen pictures of some of his work. I'm hoping to meet him very soon. I was just checking to make sure I didn't get any leakage out of the bottom. So far, I've not gotten any leaks out of this. Just a little bit of a little bit of juice residue from filling it and putting the top grommet in to seal the tank. But of this bottom grommet, I've not got any juice leaking out around that, so far it's sealed up pretty good. Made in Asheville, North Carolina. Really talented glass blower. Seen some pictures of some of his work, of some other stuff that he's done. This man doesn't use paint, not at all. He uses all solid colored glass. PyroTanks, they're the future. I mean, the absolute present and future of glass tanks. There's not going to be anybody out there that can top this. The knowledge this man has, the creativity, my buddy and his glass blower, them two combined, the creativity, the knowledge they have, there's not going to be any competition. There's several other glass tanks that are out there like this. They don't even come close. You can forget trying to find something better that's more creative, that looks better. You're not going to find it. Great quality, durability, style. Each one's going to be different. There's not going to be two tanks that are alike. That's just not going to happen. I think it vapes great. I'm gonna keep rocking this tank out. His website is not active yet. He is on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and do a search for PyroTanks, PyroTanks, PyroTanks. Like him, check him out. He's got a picture of his first 5 prototypes. He's got a few changes that are coming up. One change that he told me about is somewhere on the next run of tanks that hopefully he'll be getting in very soon. There's going to be a window that runs along the side from top to bottom of the tank. It's going to be clear. That way you can look at it and say, okay, that's how much juice I got. That's going to be a great improvement. This is just a prototype. He has none for sale right now. Hopefully he's going to launch really soon, and hopefully these tanks are just going to be on fire. I'm really hoping for that, because the pictures I've seen that this glass blower can do, this man's amazing. I hope to meet him one day soon, but check him out. Facebook is PyroTanks. He does have a website. Like I said, it's not up and running. It's pyrotanks.com. Just if you're insistent about the website, just keep checking it every so often. The site is there. There's just nothing there. You can't even look around. There's nothing offered. So the best way to check him out and to get news updates and stuff like that is go to PyroTanks on Facebook. Check him out. I'm on there. He's on there. More pictures will be coming soon. When I find out more about launch date, I'll do another video to let you know. And if you've got any questions or comments, hit me up below. Contact PyroTanks. We'll help you all out the best we can. And hopefully it'll be the next big thing. Again, PyroTanks. Check them out. And remember, a smoke is a joke, but a vape is great. And me, I vape in style with PyroTanks. Have a good night.